Hey guys, this is Tina from Tina Self Talk. Happy Saturday. I just wanted to get on here and just remind you that you don't owe anyone any explanation to why you're living your life the way that you are living it. Now, if you're out there in those streets living recklessly, then you may want to explain a little bit to your craziness. But for the rest of you who are just living normal lives, that are waking up, working at 8 to 5 or at 7 to 2 or 6 to 2 each and every day, keep doing you. I'm saying that why? Because so often we feel like we have to explain ourselves to people. Excuse me, to why we started school late, why we had kids earlier than life than others, or why we had kids later in life. So I went to this lady's event, and the host was just telling me, oh man, I had kids later, because she's in her 40s. I'm thinking, that's okay. You know, that timing was best for you. And for me, I didn't think it through. I just had some kids. And so I was 19 when I had my first child. And then I had my other child when I was probably 21 or 20, almost 21. And then the next one, my baby girl, the last one, at 24. So all my kids are grown right now. And so right now, I've been enjoying life in my early 40s. And that's okay with me. It may not work for you. But I'm going to tell you, there were some hard times. Being a young mom, you're not really unsure on what to do and how to discipline. You're listening to other people give bad advice, which I did listen to some bad advice, and I wish I can do things all over again, but I can't. All I can do is tell other mothers, younger mothers, or mothers that are my age that are deciding to have kids now, you know, the mistakes I made. And so once you learn, you do better. And so when it's time for me to have grandkids, it's going to be a different ball game. Not a lot of that physical discipline and things like that, and more nurturing. I know I will have more patience. When you're 19 and you're trying to figure out life for yourself and you're still growing up, you're going to make a lot of mistakes. And so I did that with my son, and I regret a lot of things. And I had to apologize for a lot of things once they got older. And they did show me grace. But I know that they are still dealing with some past trauma, like we all are, from our childhoods, and bad parenting and some good parenting. I'm taking the good and the bad. Like I heard someone say, take the, throw out the bones and keep the meat. And so I have learned that. I've learned the good and the bad from my parents. My parents weren't the best, but they did the best that they could. And so I understand that, especially now that I'm older. If I could be transparent, my dad was on drugs for a good while. And so I don't throw that in his face. I have some understanding that he was under peer pressure, but his dad also didn't know how to parent either. Luckily he had a praying mother, but back in the day, it's like the women couldn't really speak up or speak out, and it was just a different time that my dad grew up in. But those are life lessons, and I can't say that I would change certain things, really, because it taught me to be the person I am today, and to not lean on my own self, but to also lean on God, and to grow, to evolve. And so I just wanted to remind you of that, to give yourself some grace. It's okay. It's okay. Give yourself some grace. You did the best that you could as a parent, and hopefully you can speak to your kids if they are still a little angry by certain things that happen in their childhood. And I know it's hard to forgive people, especially if it was physically a physical harm and trauma and things like that. But I just say, just ask the Father for forgiveness and just pray for restoration, and He will do the rest. I can attest to that. And so life is about learning. Life is a journey. We're not going to always do things perfect. Right now, I'm in this is what I do a lot of my videos, like the little guest room, whatever. It has a desk in here. Babe is sick right now, and so I decided to kind of, go and do some yard work. It's a pretty day out here in Texas. I better enjoy this before we hit that June weather where it's brutal. If you ever visit Texas, if you live in Texas, our summers are brutal. And so I wanted to get on here and just remind you to give yourself grace, and you're doing the best that you can. Bye. This is Tina from Tina Self Talk. Bye.